with all the excitement we have had these past few weeks, it really felt like a quiet week. I'm like, not much news, not much things are happening. There's definitely some, but man, it definitely feels really quiet. Hello friends, happy Monday. So very excited that you're here. Hoping I have my typical energy. I ate something for lunch that I shouldn't have, and yeah, my allergies are like, yo, you're allergic to this, you shouldn't have eaten this, but man, it was really good. So I apologize in advance if I seem a little bit more scatterbrained than usual. I definitely tried to like make sure all my notes are organized so that there would not hopefully be any of that scatterbrainness, because honestly, starting off with some new digital licenses, if that is the right word, on Comic Key, one of the manga that I have been physically wanting published that is by the same creator as Last Game actually is digitally available, and that is Lady Lucetta Back from the Dead. I cannot believe that this is on Comic Key. I have not read it, despite that I'm so over the moon excited. It is about a young woman who enters into a political marriage. I believe she is a noble, and the man that she's marrying, the male lead, he's very wealthy. He's some kind of businessman, and he's gotten a lot of wealth, so he's paying off her family's debt while her family is giving him their noble status. So it's sort of like a win-win, but it's a loveless marriage, and something happens where she actually gets taken out by somebody who was actually, I guess, trying to take out her husband, or at least had a grudge towards them. Though, rewind 2 years, because yes, time goes backwards, and now it's 2 years ago before she's gotten married or anything, and she tells herself, since she knows the future, that she is going to secretly pay off her family's debts by becoming a fortune teller. But the thing is, something she was not prepared for is that her future previous husband, the male lead, comes to the fortune teller asking, I guess, what's going to happen in the future, or asking for some kind of advice, something along those lines. And I don't know if he finds out, but I have heard that it does share the trope, the theme of, I guess, he's really trying to win this young woman over. And I'm not sure, I guess, if it's where whoever falls in love first loses the same way as Last Game, but I got the impression it does have a little bit of that trope, that little bit of that vibe. And I have seen so many people saying that they love this manga. The only reason I haven't started yet is because I don't know how to work Comic Key to make it work for you, in the sense of, you know, like if you go on K-Manga, you can go do the little treasure chest each day and you get your free points or your free tickets. Comic Key, I don't read on the app, I only read on desktop. I mean, the same is true at K-Manga, but I just go on there for the app to go do the free stuff. But I read on my computer. So I don't know how you can get, I know there's a way to get free keys or something where you can read ahead via watching ads. So if you know how to do that on desktop, please don't hesitate to let me know. I want to read this, but I don't want to have to buy a bunch of keys because I will have no restraint if I really, really enjoy it. But going back to what I was saying before, I'm so happy that so many people seem to be enjoying this. I think I decided to put it on my license wish list because I had heard somewhere that it has villainous-like vibes, even though it's not a villainous manga. And I was like, well, that's all I need to be told. If it's a villainous-like, even if I ain't even part of the genre, that is more than enough for me. So if you've been interested in this manga, definitely know it's available in English for the first time on Comic Key. Hopefully at some point we will be getting it physically, especially since we do have Last Game. I hope somebody gives it to us because I really, really want to read it, especially physically. There are two new licenses or manga that went on K-Manga. The first one being where it's sort of a little bit old. It's been out for a little bit, and that is 20 and the Beast. I did try some of this, and I thought the first chapter was super cute. It's basically about a young woman who works at an office, and she gets a kohai for the first time, and she's really, really excited, though her kohai actually looks older than her, not younger than her, and it caused a little bit of confusion there, but she's really warming up to the male lead, this young man. We sort of see, again, just based off this first chapter, I cannot commit to another series right now, okay, manga, but we see from the first chapter that he seems to be really drawn towards her. I sort of get the impression that this is going to be a romance that unfolds early. I hope. Maybe. I definitely know this is another manga that a lot of people were excited to see come on K-Manga and get picked up, and a lot of people seem to really, really enjoy it. I can't remember if this is one I saw in one of the magazines that I have. have. I don't know if it's the same one as Glasses or if it's a different one, but all of it looks really cute. So it does have an age gap. If you're not a huge fan of that, just be aware. Definitely they're both adults though, so it seems like there's also consent there should like they actually enter into a relationship, which I'm assuming so and I'm hoping so. This is definitely one whenever I get more tickets and get more, well, tickets I'm fine. It's the points when I get more points that I want to come back to. Now this next one, I don't actually really know anything about, but the excitement that I saw on Twitter for it was very much real, and I was like, I have to feature it because I don't want to upset anybody by not featuring it, just because of how many people felt this was something that would never come in English, because I have seen that it is a 24 volume josei series. Yes, 24 volume and ongoing. It may not physically get picked up, but now at least digitally we have it, and that is Nanatsuya Shinobu and Her Jewelry Box. This apparently is by a really famous creator that we actually have had some of her works licensed in English in the past. I unfortunately didn't know any of her works, despite one of them had I think it had an anime, had a live action. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But what seems interesting about this one is that it mentions it's set in the world of jewelry, and it does have some mystery and it does have some comedy. Not really sure if it has any romance, but if you are a fan of this creator, or if you like reading stories, say maybe The Case of Richard? No. It's the jewelry series though, and the guy's name is Richard. If you maybe enjoy series like that one, I've read volume 1, I really liked it a lot, and you want something that is in maybe the same vein, and you want maybe a female lead, this could be a great one because it has the mystery elements. I don't know if is it The Case of Jewel Richard? I cannot, it's gonna bother me that I can't fully remember the title. Like, I see the different words, but I don't know the order they get going. But if you're wanting, yeah, a female lead and you want in that jewelry world, this one seems like a really great one. And again, a lot of people were really, really excited. I have been meaning to check it out just because I'm so curious and want to join the hype train along with everybody else. Now, last week in my manga news video, and this one here, we actually talked about how Mary Manga had shared some amazing news of how many reprints are coming from VIZ Media right now. There were so many. We went through the entire list last week. I mean, I didn't go through each one, but I did share the entire list. I mean, there had been good 20 manga on one of the tweets. I shared 3 different tweets, and one of them, again, had a super long line. We did share about how Kimi Todoke, that the later volumes that they're getting reprinted, and many people were excited because those were the volumes that have been out of stock for quite some time, which was really weird considering we got season 3 of the anime. Now we're getting even more, and I was like, we have to talk about that, with the first one being one of the spin-offs or stories related to the main series of Fushi Yugi. I'm not sure how this falls into the line, but volumes 9 and 11 are restocking, and Mary Manga says looks like they're also reprinting volumes 1, 2, and 12 soon. I don't think that one had an actual like release date that he could share with everyone, but it's crazy. I don't know anything about this series, but like, okay, let me just keep going, because case in point, last night when I just happened to go on Twitter, because if you saw the things that happened on Friday, I got flagged on Instagram, specifically my broadcast channel that I do to only share the Shoujo release calendar. I got flagged, and my account now is being monitored, aka / reviewed, however you want to say that. And yeah, I don't know which cover caused the issue. I'm pretty sure it was a steamship, unfortunately, but there wasn't anything that they said that I was flagged for was not in the actual covers, but they won't tell me which cover it is, so I really don't know. But I was deeply discouraged. I stayed off social media the majority of Friday, but on this given night, I'm like, I'm just gonna go check and see if there's something random and just scroll because I don't know, I've just been doing that a lot recently. I'm not sure if it's because of news related stuff or something else, but 1 Pound Gospel, a series that I have been told that at least with volume 4, which is in stock on Mary Manga's website right now, that it has been out of stock for 20 years, out of print. So not even out of stock, just out of print it seemed like, and nobody thought that this was going to come back. But not only has Mary Manga saying that now back in print that they have it available on their website, but they've responded to somebody else's tweet saying must be the case. It looks like the other volumes are also expected to restock this month. Y'all, that is insane. Like, if there is hope for a manga that was printed 20 years ago, even if it's by the same creators, Inuyasha, surely I don't have it up here, but surely like series from Far Away and Basara, that they have an actual chance, because I'm pretty sure, hopefully, that VIZ still has the rights, the licensing rights to this. I mean, we have it at least digitally available in English. So hopefully, maybe we can get these physically either restocked and reprinted or get brand new editions. Like, it is such a cool thing. I mean, I recently, if I can, I'll leave the links here, I got back with some MangaTube friends where we used to get together every Tuesday night and talk about a variety of things, manga topics, like new stuff, and then just manga in general. We were talking about, is manga still hot? And all of us agreed that it is, but one of the things that I mentioned was like, for 2025 alone, nothing is off the table. No one can say that manga is impossible to get, because manga we thought was impossible, Kingdom, for example, Mars, which is coming back, is like a hardcover. I don't think it's a deluxe edition, it's an anniversary edition, but coming back in this amazing edition, which we were told we were never get. Like, it's incredible to see titles again that nobody was like, that will never come over in English, but yet it's coming. It is coming. So nothing feels off the table. And I'm just excited to see what else is going to be coming. In the other tweet that they shared about some things he know that has some upcoming reprints, we got more volumes of Case Closed that are coming, the Fushi Yugi that we just mentioned, Kakario Bed and Breakfast for Spirits Volume 5, which I didn't actually know was out of stock, Kiss of the Rose Princess Volume 1 and 4. I'm really excited about it. If you've read this series, can you please let me know what you thought, if you think I would like it, because Kiss of the Rose Princess is one I have always wanted to read after a friend of mine absolutely loved it. It's one of her all-time favorite series, and I've heard some people say it's really dated, and other people are like, ah, it's all right. So if you've read it and you think I like it, please let me know, because I'm really considering picking up Volume 1 to see what's about. I think it's a 9-volume series, I believe. I'm not really sure, but yeah, let me know. And then a few others was Loveless Volume 11, Loveless 2 and 1. Didn't even know there was a 2 and 1 Loveless. And then 1 Pound Gospel Volume 3, The Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle Volume 3, and then the last one, So Cute It Hurts 1 and 2. So you can see some of these reprints don't have an official date yet, but that they are coming. And again, it's just amazing to see that these series are coming. And like I said last week, please, 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 let Strobe Edge Volume 6 come back and be reprinted. I feel like for me, out of a like modern shoujo that I would love to see get reprinted that's not out of print, hopefully just out of stock, that volume specifically is the one. Though I would say The Earl and the Fairy, because I have volumes 2 through 4 on back order with Right Stuff, and hopefully Crunchyroll will honor that. But yeah, I have that, and I would love to be able to get all that series, because it's such a wonderful one. I do have a video review if you're curious about it. I love it, even though I have volume 1. But yeah, those are all the reprints I've been seeing, and I keep regularly checking Mary Manga to see what else that they will be sharing, because man, what a time it is to be a manga fan and getting things reprinted. I got 2 other manga news related things before we'll get into some anime stuff, and then we'll talk about cover reveals, and that is Glacier Bay Books. We talked about at some point about how Glacier Bay, like, they are being awesome and bringing these classic, or at least these really old shoujosei series, bringing them in print for the very first time. They even announced at some point, goodness, we did a video about it a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago at this rate, of how they're going to have a whole line dedicated to older shoujosei series and bringing them in print for the first time. So one of them was True Blue Never Fades. Well, Glacier Bay came out and said they have a Kickstarter that you can go get it says notify me, and basically whenever this Kickstarter goes live, they will send you an email saying, hey, it's launched, you can go back this campaign and back these books. So if you were interested in that josei series, and there's a few other ones, unfortunately I didn't think to look up to see what the demographic was, to see if there's any other shoujosei. I did double check to see if they had an announcement of when this would be launching. They did not, but yeah, if you want to get notified and not miss out on backing that Kickstarter, because I really hope that I will be able to back it. I feel like every time that we get these like Kickstarters or some other campaign, I miss them because I don't put them in my budget, and I'm like, maybe I need to create some wiggle room so that I can, because I was just really curious about that True Blue Never Fades and what all of it will entail. And if you're also curious about it, definitely go visit the Kickstarter page and go click notify me so that you definitely won't miss the launching of the Kickstarter as well. The last little news, if you're a fan of art books, granted, it's probably, maybe, I don't know, it might. We don't know if it's going to be coming out in English at any point, but Nina the Starry Bride is getting its very first art book book. I saw somebody mention that it was gonna have 128 pages. The official tweet here that I'm sharing didn't say anything about that, just that it was coming out September 12th. And again, this is, at least right now, Japanese only art book. So if you're interested in getting it, especially if you love the series, I was like, this news is for you. And honestly, I would be tempted to get it because even though I don't read any of the Starry Bride, I keep up with spoilers though. And definitely stay tuned. We have a manga quiz coming about it. A friend of mine is helping me with some of the questions. Yeah, I would love it just for the art alone because the series is very interesting and the characters, they're always beautiful to look at unless Set is taking somebody out. That's like the only time. That's like the only time that I probably would not say it in that kind of way. But yeah, let's go into a little bit of anime news. We had two different anime PVs and key visual. The first one is Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. I'm so excited for this. This is a manga I have on my licensed wish list. It is about a young man who just has really bad luck. He is always getting injured, always getting hurt, so much so that I believe his classmate, who is the female lead, is really concerned that he's getting beat up before he comes to school. And so I guess she decides to follow him. And that's when she's seeing like, hey, he's not getting beat up or anything. He's just having these like really bizarre things happen to him that's like insane amount of bad luck. But here he is having this, and I was like, the poor guy. And it is a romantic story from what I've been told. I really loved the PV that we got, and definitely the key visual here is absolutely wonderful. I love it. Everybody looks so great though. Just poor Yano-kun, you know, like I think based off the manga covers that I've seen, he eventually loses like the eye patch that he has over his eye, but I think he like wears that for majority of the series because of how many bad things keep happening to him. This is definitely one that I'm very excited to see when the anime comes over into the US, and I hope that it does. I love the concept of it, even though I feel really bad. So if that's something that sounds up your alley, I think it comes out in No, does this say? Oh my goodness, it's gonna be starting to air in October of this year. I thought it was coming next year. Oh my goodness. And we have Mechanical Marie that's coming. There's other shoujo anime that are coming. Dude, October is gonna be insanely packed. I am looking forward to it and not to it at the same time because I know I'm gonna have to pick and choose what I'm gonna watch. And that is gonna be unbearably hard. But I definitely want to do my best to try this one, especially since we don't have an English manga yet. Hopefully at the anime, what is it, New York City Comic-Con, please somebody pick this up, physically announce it. It's got that anime backing, and you know how pivotal and important that is right now, especially shoujo manga to get picked up. Well, this isn't a shoujo, but like to get picked up. If they have an anime, the chances increase. So like, please. So this next one, we actually do have the manga already. I've read the first 4 volumes of it. It is so cute. And that is Past the Monster Milady. It is about our female lead, who I'm blanking on her name right now. She loves monster meat, and everybody finds her really weird because monsters are scary. Even in this world, like, no, that's just not something you want. And if you're not careful, when you consume monster meat, you can actually die or get poisoned or get extremely sick. So, of course, people are like, no, we don't want that. We want nothing to do with that. That, of course, is also hurting her chances to get engaged and to get married. But she goes to an event where she's like, okay, I'm gonna do my best for my dad, and I'm gonna find somebody. Then a giant monster shows up, and what is he? The Blood Mad Duke is his nickname, I believe. He shows up, slays the monster. She is captivated. She is captivated of how easily he took down the monster, and then she runs up to him during all this stuff that's happening. She says, can I have this monster? I'll give you some monster meat. And he's really shocked because people avoid him because how he slays all of these monsters. Much to both of their surprise, it starts off this very quirky romance between them. And not only did they give us a PV where everything looked great, the guy sounds amazing, the girl sounds amazing, like everything. I was totally captivated. I don't know when this one airs. Does this one come out this year too? This comes out in October too! Oh my goodness, dude! I didn't know this was coming out this year. I also thought it was next year. Dude, I need a list right now of everything that is coming out this year because there is just so much. But yeah, we also got a teaser visual, not a key visual, but they said a teaser visual. Goodness, I think they look so adorable, so cute. I think it's definitely one, if you like food manga, food anime, or just food in general related and you want some romance in there, yeah, you will probably definitely enjoy this one. I mean, it has a little bit of like bad family vibes. Not the dad. The dad is absolutely great. Man's amazing because he knows his daughter loves this monster meat and the things he does was really sweet. So yeah, I'm looking forward, I feel like, to tuning into this one. I feel like my husband would also like this one, and I've definitely noticed that that's the best way to keep me watching, is if my husband is like, hey, want to watch it, or I'm like, hey, you want to watch it, That's how we've been watching Secrets of the Silent Witch, which has been very good. It's been so good. Though this last week episode, as of filming this video, I need to watch later today, and I'm really, really excited. Let's go into some of those manga and manhwa covers. At the very end, I will share some free calendars that I saw that we can download that are from like a variety of different anime or different games and whatnot, because of course there's Twisted Wonderland. Shout out to my friend Shannon who sent me, and I would have missed it because one of my best boys is in there. And yeah, the first one we're talking about is The Broken Ring, Volume 2. I love this cover. It is absolutely beautiful. I forget what this story is about. I believe that they are in a marriage. The male lead is definitely not faithful, and so the female lead decides to take matters in her own hands. If she's like, well, if he's not going to be faithful, neither am I, kind of deal, then the husband starts noticing like, hey, my wife is not seeming like how she was before, and I guess he's aiming, doing what he can to start winning her back. Now, I have two reasons I'm bringing this up. One, because the cover is beautiful and I really do like it, but the second one is a lot of people have asked Inklore, and Inklore has not responded, is this the uncensored version? Because apparently, I guess going into Volume 2, that it does have those scenes where they could be censored or they could be uncensored. Well, the wonderful Belmars, when she was at Anime Expo, she actually did ask Inklore, hey, is this the uncensored version? And they did answer that no, it is the all ages edition, and it seems going forward that they may not have, for at least for this series, I don't know for other series, but for this series, that it's probably going to be the all ages edition. So if you have been looking forward and hoping that it would be the uncensored edition, unfortunately for this series, it's not. I am a little bit surprised because isn't it for Wet Sand, I think it is, that one is uncensored? I remember that one just because it was the orange covers. That's the only reason I remember that one. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that, and hopefully that gets the right people so they know, because I feel like a lot of people were really, really disappointed. I hope though if you check it out, you really enjoy it. This is a series I don't think I'm going to be picking up, mainly because I was a little bit unsure of how things would unfold. I think it'll be like more like play it by ear and see what people say kind of thing for me. Speaking of Secrets of the Silent Witch, we had Volume 7, the cover reveal of the light novel, and it is beautiful. It is stunning. Look at all these characters on here. Like, how fun is this? I love when we have so many diverse characters. And of course, Monica here, she looks great. Lois, like, whatever. Let's just keep moving on because I don't like his character. I feel like they're trying to make him a little bit nicer in the anime, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. But the next one is an Ice Press manhwa, and that's Beware the Villainess, Volume 5. I can't believe we're already on Volume 5. Melissa looks absolutely amazing. The series was funny as I read just individual chapters, but it was a little bit harder for me to take it in because these men are trash. Like, I know maybe that's bad to say, but I think it even mentions that they act like man children, and they're starting to act significantly less trashy than usual. But when you meet them at the beginning, yes, Melissa's anger is 100% justified, like all the way. Like, I don't blame her. So I love this cover of Melissa. I think she looks really fantastic. I love the blue and green of the title. I think they did a really, really good job, and I haven't seen many people talk about it, but I hope that people are still enjoying it. But I have one more for you, and that is another Fushi Yugi series, though this is of a different spin-off. This is the recently ongoing one, I believe. I'm not sure if it's completed in Japan or not, but it is Volume 3, and I love this cover. I love the touches of pink, and then we have that blue with that character, and she looks really cool. I don't know anything about Fushi Yugi. I know my friend Mark absolutely loves the series, but I don't know anything about the spin-offs or anything, but the cover at least looks really fantastic, and that is coming out in December, so stay tuned if you are a fan of this series. And if you've been needing a new mobile calendar, easier to just save on your phone, I've got you back. Though for this first one, Villains Are Destined to Die, the novel, oh my goodness, Penelope looks fantastic. I think the last time maybe I changed my background so quickly is my Secretly Hot Husband for volume 1, but now I have Penelope, and that one is for mobile and for desktop. So I changed my desktop, and thank you so much, Ice Press. I really appreciate it because I love when we have Penelope. Like, she's always so amazing and so great. Though the next one, of course, when I saw Twisted Wonderland, my friend shared with me, I had to share with you because my best boy Ortho, it is his birthday month this month, and I'm so excited. I don't think I'm going to pull for Ortho during his birthday because the game right now is just bombarding us with banners, and I'm like, I have no gems, no keys to help to like participate in this, but that's okay. That's okay. Another favorite that I saw was Though I Am an Inept Villainess. I love this one. Having Rayburn and Kagetsu, they look fantastic. I think this is maybe from one of the later light novel covers. I'm not fully sure, but I do know for this last one we have beautiful Nina from Nina the Starry Bride. Really love this art. Nina looks beautiful, fantastic, absolutely amazing. So plenty of choices for these free mobile calendars, and apparently lots of things to look forward to this October. Like, wow, it is going to be an anime stacked season. Hopefully you saw a reprint that you're really excited for. What manga are you hoping gets reprinted? It doesn't have to be by VIZ, it could be by somebody else, so VIZ seems to be on the one that's leading that hype train to get this stuff reprinted. Let me know, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!